As we look toward 2026, the signs are clear. Our climate is changing, and with it, the patterns of rainfall we've long relied on are shifting. The early morning sun rising over dry fields is a reminder that water, once abundant, is becoming more precious with each passing year. Forecasts from climate experts and meteorologists suggest that many regions across the country, and indeed the world, will face an increased risk of drought. Rivers that once flowed year-round are now running dry, and the earth itself is showing the strain of less frequent rain. At the Old Farmer's Almanac, we understand that preparation is not just helpful, it's essential. Our ancestors faced dry years with ingenuity and care, and today, we can draw on both their wisdom and new technology to prepare for what lies ahead, especially when it comes to safeguarding our water resources. Drought isn't just a distant threat or a headline in the news. It can directly impact the food we grow, the beauty of our landscapes, and even the routines of our daily lives. From wilted crops in the field to empty garden beds at home, the effects are real and immediate. This year, let's make a commitment to focus on practical, everyday steps to conserve water. By blending time-tested traditions with modern habits, we can make a meaningful difference. Simple actions, like adjusting how we water our gardens or fixing leaks, can add up to big savings. We'll take a closer look at what causes these dry spells, from shifting weather patterns to overuse of local water supplies, and we'll share tips on how to ready our homes and gardens for drier days, like installing drip irrigation, collecting rainwater, and choosing the right time of day to water. Creating drought-resistant landscapes is another powerful step. By planting native and drought-tolerant species, using mulch to retain soil moisture, and designing gardens that thrive with less water, we can keep our yards beautiful and sustainable, even in the face of drought. Our goal is to empower you with knowledge and confidence, so you can face drier days without fear. Whether you're a seasoned gardener or just starting out, every effort counts. Together we can build a future where our homes and communities are more resilient. By acting now, installing rain barrels, supporting local water initiatives, and encouraging neighbors to join in, we can protect our shared water supply and strengthen the bonds within our communities. Let's begin this journey of conservation together. When we work as a team, sharing ideas and supporting one another, we multiply our impact and inspire lasting change. Every small step, turning off the tap, watering wisely, teaching the next generation, counts toward a more resilient and hopeful future. The path forward starts with each of us making conscious choices today. Together, let's ensure that our communities, gardens, and families are ready to thrive, no matter what the weather brings. Drought is more than a few dry days. It's a prolonged lack of rain that strains water supplies and crops. It happens when precipitation falls below normal, slowly depleting rivers, lakes, and groundwater. High-pressure systems, ocean patterns like El Niño, and even land use changes can trigger droughts. Droughts come in stages: meteorological, lack of rain; agricultural, dry soil; and hydrological, low water sources. Each stage impacts our food, routines, and environment. Climate change is making droughts more frequent and severe in some areas. That's why every drop matters. Understanding drought helps us value and conserve water. Long-range forecasts for 2026 indicate that the American Southwest, including Arizona, Nevada, and California, will continue to grapple with severe drought conditions. These regions have already experienced years of below-average rainfall, and the outlook suggests little relief is in sight. Persistent high temperatures and minimal precipitation are expected to further dry out the landscape, putting additional stress on both natural ecosystems and human communities. Water sources like the Colorado River, which millions rely on for drinking water, agriculture, and industry, remain under significant strain. Reservoirs are at historic lows, and riverbeds are increasingly exposed, revealing cracked earth where water once flowed. This ongoing depletion makes water conservation not just important, but absolutely critical for the survival of communities and the health of local economies. The central and southern Great Plains, including Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, and Nebraska, are also facing heightened risk. These areas are particularly vulnerable to sudden flash droughts, where conditions can shift from normal to extreme dryness in just a few weeks. Such rapid changes threaten vital crops, reduce water supplies for livestock, and can devastate local agriculture, impacting food prices and availability nationwide. Even the Pacific Northwest, a region typically known for its rainfall, is not immune. Areas east of the Cascades may see below-average precipitation, especially if mountain snowpack remains low. Snowpack acts as a natural reservoir, slowly releasing water throughout the year. Without it, rivers and streams can dry up early, affecting both wildlife and people who depend on these water sources. The Southeast, including states like Georgia and Florida, could also experience short-term dry spells. These periods of dryness can quickly impact agriculture, leading to withered crops and parched farmland. Additionally, dry conditions increase the risk of wildfires, threatening homes, forests, and air quality across the region. No region is truly immune to the effects of drought. That's why it's essential for everyone, no matter where you live, to practice water conservation. Simple actions like turning off faucets, fixing leaks, and installing water-efficient fixtures can make a significant difference when multiplied across entire communities. Staying informed is also key. Pay close attention to local drought updates, weather advisories, and community notices. By understanding current conditions and forecasts, you can adapt your water use and prepare for potential restrictions or emergencies. Being proactive now, by joining community efforts, attending local meetings, or simply mulching your garden to retain moisture, will help your neighborhood weather the challenges ahead. Collective action strengthens resilience and ensures that everyone has access to the resources they need. Adopting water-wise habits such as collecting rainwater, using drip irrigation, or planting drought-resistant gardens is essential everywhere. These practices not only save water, but also help create sustainable landscapes that can thrive even in dry conditions. As we look ahead to 2026 and beyond, it's clear that preparing for drier days is a responsibility we all share. No matter where you live, taking steps now will help ensure your family and community are ready to face the challenges of a changing climate. When it comes to watering your garden, the key is to water deeply and less frequently. Instead of giving your plants a little water every day, try watering them thoroughly just once or twice a week. This method encourages your plants to develop strong, deep root systems that can access moisture from further down in the soil. Deep roots make your plants more resilient to drought and help them thrive, even during hot, dry spells. Shallow, frequent watering, on the other hand, leads to weak roots and plants that are more vulnerable to stress. The best time to water your garden is early in the morning, just as the sun is rising. Watering at this time reduces evaporation, so more water reaches your plant's roots where it's needed most. Early morning watering also helps prevent the spread of diseases, as leaves have time to dry out during the day. If you water in the evening, moisture can linger on leaves overnight, creating the perfect environment for fungal diseases to take hold. Try to avoid watering your garden in the middle of the day, especially when the sun is at its strongest. During midday, much of the water you apply will simply evaporate before it can soak into the soil, wasting both water and your effort. The intense heat can also shock your plants, making them less able to absorb the moisture they need. For the most efficient watering, consider using soaker hoses or a drip irrigation system. These methods deliver water directly to the base of your plants, minimizing waste and ensuring that every drop goes exactly where it's needed. Drip irrigation is especially useful for vegetable gardens and flower beds, as it keeps foliage dry and reduces the risk of disease. Traditional sprinklers, while convenient, often waste a lot of water. Much of the spray can be lost to evaporation or blown away by the wind, and sometimes water ends up on sidewalks or driveways instead of your plants. This not only wastes water, but can also increase your water bill. If you do use sprinklers for your lawn, choose models that produce large water droplets and can be adjusted to target only grassy areas. Large drops are less likely to evaporate or be carried away by the wind, making your watering more effective and efficient. Before you water, always check the soil moisture by digging a few inches down with your hand or a trowel. If the soil still feels damp, you can wait another day or two before watering again. This simple step helps prevent overwatering and ensures your plants get just the right amount of moisture. Pay attention to your plant's signals. Wilting leaves, dry soil, or drooping stems are signs that your plants need water. However, some plants wilt temporarily during the hottest part of the day but recover in the evening, so check again before watering to avoid giving them more than they need. Be careful not to overwater. Too much water can suffocate plant roots, lead to yellowing leaves, and even cause root rot. Overwatering not only wastes water, but can also harm your garden's health in the long run. Adjust your watering schedule based on the weather and your plant's needs. If rain is in the forecast, skip a watering session. During cooler or cloudy periods, your garden will need less water. Smart watering means being flexible and responsive to changing conditions. Practicing smart watering techniques keeps your garden healthy, vibrant, and productive, even during times of drought or water restrictions. Efficient watering not only conserves this precious resource but also helps your plants grow stronger and more resilient. Every drop of water you save makes a difference, not just for your own garden, but for your entire community. By making every watering count, you're helping to protect the environment and ensure that everyone has enough water for the future. So, water wisely and watch your garden flourish. Prepare your garden for drought by building healthy, moisture-retentive soil with compost and mulch. Mulch conserves water and keeps soil cool. When restrictions hit, prioritize watering new trees, shrubs, and food crops. Established lawns and hardy perennials can usually survive with less. Use hand watering, drip irrigation, or soaker hoses for precision. Tap into rain barrels for extra supply. After drought, remove dead plants and help survivors recover with compost. Consider replacing thirsty plants with drought-tolerant natives. Each drought is a chance to build a more resilient garden. Adapt and thrive, no matter the weather. Water conservation starts at home. Turn off the tap while brushing teeth or lathering hands. Small actions save gallons. Upgrade to low-flow toilets or place a filled bottle in the tank to reduce flush volume. Check for silent leaks with food coloring in the toilet tank. Take shorter showers and install low-flow shower heads. Fill a basin to wash vegetables and reuse the water for plants. Wash dishes in a filled sink, not under running water. Run dishwashers only when full. Modern models use less water than hand washing. Every habit adds up to big savings. Involve your family in water-saving routines. Make conservation a daily practice. Small changes at home protect our shared water supply. Start today for a water-wise future. Outdoor water use goes beyond the garden. Lawns are major water users. Reduce their size or switch to drought-tolerant landscaping. Xeriscaping. Taller grass shades soil and needs less water. Leaf clippings to retain moisture. Wash cars with a bucket and quick rinse. Or use commercial car washes that recycle water. Check outdoor faucets, hoses, and sprinklers for leaks each spring. Fixing small drips prevents thousands of gallons of waste. Smart outdoor choices save water and money. Responsible stewardship starts in your own yard. Make every drop count outdoors. The best time to build water-wise habits is now. Start with small changes. Turn off taps, run full loads, fix leaks, involve your family, make saving water a shared goal. Stay informed about local water conditions and restrictions. Take advantage of rebates and water-saving programs. Progress, not perfection, is the goal. Every gallon saved matters. Choose drought-tolerant plants and efficient appliances. Celebrate each step toward conservation. Our collective efforts create real change. Prepare, today, for a resilient tomorrow. Water connects us all, farmers, families, and communities. Every action, big or small, impacts our shared supply. Conservation is a community effort, not just a personal task. Share water-saving tips and encourage local schools and businesses to join in. Small actions, fixing leaks, installing rain barrels, choosing native plants, add up. Together, we can face drought with confidence and care. Let's be mindful stewards of our water, guided by wisdom and readiness. By working together, we ensure a secure water future for all. Every drop saved is a step toward resilience.